Hello, everyone. This is Shay. Today, I come on here to speak about something that I believe that needs to be addressed. So, this will be a very short live, but here it goes. Happy Motivational Monday. I hope that your Monday is great. I want to just have a very transparent moment in the midst of this live, and I want to let everyone know that it's very important to do mental check-ins for people because so many things can be going on in somebody else's life that you may not be aware of. Some may wonder, why are you even saying that? Some may not be wondering. But whether you wonder or not, I think the question is very relevant. We need to check up on people because we never know what's going on. There are a couple recent events in my space that have caused me to, I'm just readjusting this for y'all. They have caused me to be in this headspace of complete disarray. And I've just been, my mind have been in a little maze here. And I know that with that, it comes a lot of things. See, the thing is, my mental clarity have been off just a little bit due to these extra things that have came up, that have happened, or that is happening. This month, this is a month of both of my mother's birthdays. I know it may be kind of confused, like both mothers. Yes, I have a stepmother and I have a birth mother, even though I consider both my moms for those reasons, because I was raised by both of them. Now, the thing is, when it comes down to the nitty gritty and the truth about mental health, some people don't, some people are not really aware of it. And it's so important. See, with our mind, the battlefield's in our mind. With our minds, we serve the Lord. With our minds, we be process things. Our mind is so important to us. And the thing is, when our mind is not where it needs to be, or when we don't have our mind, or when we're not in our right mind, we have all type of diseases and disorders, bipolarism, ADHD, autism. I mean, just, and it's not a laughing matter, but I'm just saying it's serious. It's really serious. And I believe that some people need to talk about it. And so why not? Why not? Why not talk about what's been going on? And I really want to talk about what's been going on with me. And I also want to just bring about the importance of therapy and counseling because you never know when you may need one. Some of us walk around like we have it together, and we may not have it together. And this particular live is for those people that may walk around like you have it together, but you really don't. So what is the importance of mental check-ins? Mental check-ins, they are for everyone to know that they're cared for. We all have problems. We all have things that we may deal with. We all have bills. We all have family. We all have these different things that may go on in our lives that we may have control of, or it may be in our control or outside of our control. We have circumstances, we have stress, anxiety, we have bipolarism, we have all these different things going on that people may not be aware of. Some may not know, but I'm transparent enough to expose it. On my biological mother's side of the family, it's some bipolarism that runs on this side of the family. And I found out a couple years ago through my mother, my birth mother, or through my aunt informing me about my birth mother, as well as my grandmother and a couple other people. And it affects the women in our family. And so when I found this out, I began doing some research. I began just really being in this mind frame of not wanting to perpetuate the stereotype, as my English teacher, Mr. Wilkins, would say, or continue the process, or to identify their family curse and break it, and so that it don't fall on me. And I can say, with everything being what it is, it runs in the family. It's in my blood, and it doesn't affect me. I don't have any effects. I've had many evaluations done, but it's all to the grace of God. It's all to the grace of God that my mind is still intact, that I'm not subjected to that. My daughters are not subjected to that. We are healed. We stopped that. It stopped with me. And so the thing is, we all have things that run in our family. And it's not just one, two people, it's a genetic thing. It's something from generations, decades, generations that we may not recognize. That's why it's important to ask certain questions when you are dating someone, when you are just ask your family members, just for yourself, self love, self care. Ask your family. That's why it's good to know your family, what runs in your family, what medical conditions, so you can know what you may be passed down to your children. Now, the thing about knowledge is knowing thyself, and to thyself be true. And if I'm true to myself, I can honestly say that thank God that I'm not in that genetic bloodline of being susceptible to bipolarism or any other thing that I may not, that that's unbeknownst to me what's going on in my on that side of my family with the women. The men really don't fall susceptible to that. The women do. My mother, I found out something about my birth mother. My birth mother, she suffered from some level of, I don't know the difference at times, so I don't want to say it, but mental breaks. She had some mental breaks in her life where she wasn't herself. And so finding this out and being aware of myself and meeting a couple of my sisters and just really getting reunited with them and what's going on with them, I see how that could affect me in the future. So that's the reason why I am so gun ho about therapy, counseling, life coaches. Even being a life coach myself, I find myself drawn to have a counselor, have a therapist to talk to, or having someone to talk about my everyday problems with, because it helps me process things. It helps me to come on here to talk about it. I can't talk about things I've never been through, but it's going to be points of time where you need some assistance. And the whole purpose of having mental check ins and being aware of your family tree and genetics and the things that may be prominent in your bloodline is because you need to know what you're getting into. And see, one thing I've learned is that through generations, through generational curses, or I don't know, it's another terminology for it. It's not called curses, but it's called something else. If it comes back to my mind, then it will. But it's things that they affect us. They affect us in ways that we can't explain. I know everyone may not be a Christian, and even with me, I consider myself to be a believer, not a Christian, because I recognize the connotations with it. But I am a Christ believer by this. consider myself as a believer, not a Christian, if someone get that. So as a believer, I find myself asking my creator to continue to touch my mind because I recognize the importance of God touching my mind. I recognize the importance of God being the one to keep me. And for me to keep my own mind through meditation, through journaling, through exercise, through healthy eating, through healthy communication with those around me, staying in close contact with people, not isolating myself. And see, the thing is, when it comes to mental check-ins and the mental and the mind is so vast. And the thing is, people have Alzheimer's or Alzheimer's, whatever. I know the proper way to say it, but right now it's not coming out. But you get what I'm saying. The thing is, those things, it comes from we eat, our environment, our spiritual life, and our spiritual health. See, the thing is, if your spiritual health is poor, you don't have to have a certain belief. You don't have to believe in this book or that book, but just having a basic belief in God overall for God, for who God is. And even in other religions, God is called different things. The devil is called different things. Angels are called different things. It's just different terminologies or different ways that they may find to worship God. If you're atheist, even you believe in something. So we're all believers of some form. I believe this chair is going to hold me up as I'm making this video. So it's different levels of belief. And see, the thing is, we don't like to talk about it because it's taboo. But it's so important to make sure your mental is superb, A plus. What other way you may describe it? Because see, the thing is, we go through real stuff. It's some people that been through some real stuff in their life that it could have taken them out a long time ago. And I'm one of them. You have people that's some real warriors out there that's been through some stuff and they've seen things and they've heard things. Hey, so the thing is, when it comes down to real, like real deal mental health, some people know how deep it goes. It's not just by a doctor prescribing you have something. It's about keeping your mind stayed on the creator, your mind stayed on the positive things in life, positive affirmations, not being so focused on the things that's not necessarily, I won't say negative, but that's the only word that can come, like the things that can be perceived as negative that's happening in your life, that's happening in your space. Because people are not aware of the importance of keeping this together, keeping this together, being careful what comes out of this, being careful what you hear. See, with all the different gates that's in our bodies, we are not aware of the things we hear and the things we listen to, how it can affect our spirits. We're not aware of the mere fact that do not make me come in there. Do not make me come in there. I'm making a video. Excuse me on that. But we need to be aware of the mere fact that these things, they affect us in a major way. In major ways, they do. And this is the reason why I'm even going this deep with it. Because sometimes talking to a counselor is not enough. Sometimes talking to a therapist is not enough because let's be honest. For all the melanated people on here, we go through things that we can't even talk to the counselor about. It's things that if you're not word to express certain things to a counselor or a therapist, if it's any danger to what? If you're a danger to yourself or others, they will report it. And they're going to have to report it. So even in that, it's not a complete safe space for you to be you and say what you need to say. So that's the reason why I believe some people don't trust in therapists and counselors because they can't be truly transparent about what's going on. Anything that's off, anything that's not physically possible or something, and it's even in that, I get it. But I say still, just be selective what you talk about. Be careful who you talk to. That's the reason why I highly suggest a life coach. Even being a life coach myself, the couple clients or the people that have actually trusted me with the information, I'm grateful for you. Thank you. You've taught me so much. I've listened more than had to speak during those sessions. And in that silence, you learn so much. And you actually receive more information in silence than speaking or giving advice. I don't like saying I'm giving you advice. I like the idea of giving you an experience. It gives you the opportunity to process your thoughts while I'm there in the midst with you doing that. And the same thing for other life coaches. Some people don't understand the depth of someone's pain. Do you know the difference between fear and love? Fear is the evidence of things of being real. Love is perfect love casts it out fear. Love is a total opposite of fear. Everything that fear is, love, love is a very opposite. And the same thing with fear, vice versa. The thing about this is this: fear would allow us to live a life and not be transparent. Good afternoon. And the thing about fear that some people don't like to acknowledge is that fear is the root of a lot of the things and the situations in our lives. And see, when we have a fear mindset, and we have a mindset that will cause us to be worried and anxious or stressed out, that's root is the fear of all that. I mean, fear is the root of all that. And it's because we are seeing these circumstances and problems as real things, and they are, but we don't see them as temporary. And let's look at the seasons, the 4 seasons we have to go through: winter, summer, fall, and spring. They only last they don't last always. When you look at anything in life, everything has a beginning and an end. So no matter how long you've been in it, it could be 5 minutes, 5 hours, months. I don't care. It could be years. It depends on you when it stops. And that's something that God is giving me. It depends on you when something stops. Because the battlefield is in the mind. And seasons change, situations change, nothing is permanent. And that's something that really grounds me. And it's something that's grounding me now. Because with so many things going on this month alone, I have to make sure I'm grounded spiritually. I have to make sure my spiritual health is superb. I have to make sure I'm connected with my creator. I have to make sure I'm connected with my higher self. I have to make sure that I'm in a headspace where I need to be. I have to make sure that I'm reaching out to those people that actually care about me, those people that know me the best, the people that want to see me do good in life, those people that's been knowing me and people that's just meet me, those people that really care about me, and me reaching out to them and say, hey, I'm not feeling like myself today. And it's okay to do that. And a good percentage of people, I don't know, when they're going through things, they go through it by themselves. They don't go through it with the mindset, oh, I can go to so and so, so and so. because people are not dependable and loyal these days. When you're going through things, who do you go to? What do you go to? What is a pacifier for you? What is something that keeps you grounded? What is something that takes that pain away? And sometimes we're doing these things just so that we won't feel that pain and have that fear or be stressed out. We'll do anything but just take it away. And see, the thing is, mental health is so important. It's so important. We have to make sure we got praying, meditating, journaling, getting out of nature, doing what we love, laugh, have fun, work, and strive to achieve balance in your life. Balance is something that we need. If you work a lot, take time just to chill. Do something you love doing. Be around people that bring out the best in you and want to speak the best in you. And when you're not doing your best, only a real friend is someone that really cares about you till you slow down. They will tell you the truth about what you need to do because we're not robots, we're human. And see, the thing is, this message may not be for everyone, but it can be for one person because we need to understand, we need to comprehend, we need to get this in our spirits that this out here is just a vehicle. This body is just a vehicle. The real us, we are spirits. We have souls. And that need to be fed. That need to be rejuvenated. That need to be revived sometimes because the stresses of life would take all your strength, all your energy. It would take everything out of you, and all you got is dead. And the thing about it is this: when it comes down to just the nitty gritty and the vastness of everything, we need to make sure that things are okay with us. And it's okay not to be okay. It's okay not it's okay not to be okay at this moment. It's okay to say, "No, I'm not okay." When somebody asks you how you doing mentally, it's okay to say, "I'm not okay mentally." And I grew up in the hood. I grew up in North Memphis. I stayed in Cal Stadium. I know what it feels like. I know what it feels like to wake up every day to drama, hearing arguments, and being in an environment that's not conducive for your health. You're not around people that's healthy. I know what it's like to be around unhealthy people or toxic people, but yet striving to have a healthy mindset, striving to have a healthy overall. Just be healthy overall. If you break down healthy, heal thyself. See, God has given us the ability to heal ourselves from within. That's why the kingdom of God is within. And I want to remind those, even if you believe or not, God is within all of us. And we can always receive that help and that peace from God. You may not subscribe to the word God, but whatever your subscription is. But if you are going through anything today, I want to let you know you are not alone. I go through stuff every day. And when I tell you, YouTube, TikTok, family and friends, my daughters, the people that's closest to me, that's closest to my heart, they're my strength. True strength is not just you walking around. No. True strength is not, it's not me being she woman over here. True strength is being rich with people that actually care about you. People reminding you who you are and for you to walk in that. That's why we have people. That's why you really like those people that call themselves loners. They are the most loneliest people in the world. Think about It was a famous actress. I know his name. Robin. I'm just say Robin. I'm sure it comes to my mind. I know his name. But he was one of the funniest comedians. This guy made everyone laugh. And everybody laughed. But guess what? He committed suicide. And it's people every day trying, attempting, or thinking about committing suicide. And Robin Williams, thank you. So Robin Williams, like, think about it. He brought joy to people's lives, but yet he couldn't find joy in his own life. So the thing is, thank you for that, Michael. And the thing about it is this: how many people walking around smiling, but on the inside, hurt, full of pain? I'm good, but you're not good. You covering up with drinking and smoking and sex and everything else. TikTok, and you get out on social media and you just, I'm good. No, you're not. And I know, because I may not go to those extents of doing everything that somebody else would think there'd be a stress reliever. But for sure, every day for me is not golden. It's every day for me is not this rainbow sunshine. I have moments where I just want to shut myself up with my daughters and just chill. Don't talk to anybody. It's moments where I have to get a babysitter. That's so I can get an hour or two just for myself, just to process how I feel. Being a single mother right now, it's not easy. Life is not easy. It's not going to be easy. But you're going to find the strong ones are really the ones that's been through the most. The ones that smile the brightest, they've been through the most pain. And people know how to hide their pain so well. Some people, it's too well. You would never know they had a problem. But I have problems every day, every single day. I have obligation, I have responsibilities every day. I have bills every month. And yet, I'm still here due to the grace of God. And I say that unapologetically. So many times I've struggled with certain things, and God will bring an angel there. God will bring someone there to remind me who I am. Someone there to wipe my tears from my eyes. Because very few people see me cry. Not that I don't cry, but it's not a lot of people just real close to me to where I can say, oh, that person is this person or this person for to me. But it really is. I'm not around a lot of people. I can be I'm a total introvert when it comes to my private space with people. Everyone is not allowed in my space. So when I do open up to somebody and I do say this is how I feel, take that, because see, everyone is not going to, right. And God's mercy is the reason why we still here. And whether or not you want to acknowledge it, whether or not you want to say it or not, it is. I'm gonna tell you, when I tried to commit suicide when I was 14, and God told me it was a reason, purpose for not taking me out of here. Here I am, 33, still here, and I'm grateful that God sends people my way to tell me who I am. Thank God for family and friends who's willing to watch the girls for me, so I can have some time for myself. That self care is so important. So I get, even as a woman, sometimes get my nails done or have my hair done or facials and all this other stuff. And for the men, I get a fresh outfit, a nice haircut, and like nice shave, and whatever you do. Because I'm not a guy. I don't know what guys do exactly. I just go by the general, like what I just know. Okay. What guys do for self-care on the outer as far as physically. But the thing is, at the end of the day, we can do all that. but still be stressed out, still have anxiety, still have fear, sports, all that, right? You can do all that, hoorah, but on the inside, slowly dying. And so I want to speak to those that may be slowly dying. Today, you may not be in a headspace where you need to be. You may be in a headspace like, leave me the hell alone. I don't want to talk to you. Hey, I have so much going on. I want you to know that that burden is not too much for you. God allowed you to go through so many things. And you're telling me God don't leave you there. God's not going to leave you there. God is not going to leave you by yourself. God got you. You have to believe that. Because hope, I think, when you have nothing else, all you have is hope. If you have hope, everything else will follow. But today I want to speak life into those that may not be strengthened today. Today, I want to come and let you know and be transparent. Show you all my wounds, show you all my scars, show you all this, be as vulnerable as I possibly can, and let you know that you're not alone. Some of us have to fight demons that we don't even recognize. Some of us have to deal with mental stress that some people don't recognize. People are dying. I can't count on one hand how many people died in my life that's close to me. This these couple months alone. So when it comes down to the realness of stress, stress can make us overeat, undereat, do things we want. Pain can make us be in a headspace that we don't need to be. No, become numb to our problems. And one thing that God reminded me about, like last night, is that our problems are 90% of how we respond and 10% what the problem really is. So what is that saying? Thanks for asking. All that is saying is that the problems in our lives are not that big. Actually, if you look at it to the root, if you look at it from a root perspective, it's really how we respond to the problems. So how have you been responding to the things that's in your life? How have you responded to what you see? It's just something to think about. So for everyone that may see this video, this is your validation that you're not alone. This is your validation know that God got you and you're good. You may not be perfect. You're going to make mistakes, but you're good. And know that how we respond to things is what the sum of our lives are going to be. Stop responding to things in a negative way, and you will see more positive, more positive things to really happen and transform, and it's really manifest in your life. I'm speaking from experience. People speak about positivity, but I'm talking about if you have all these different things going on in one moment, you can actually reset that and think about one good thought. One good thought. It can be, oh, I look fresh today. It can be anything. And then follow that one thought with 5 other positive thoughts. Positive thinking can get you out of any depression, any anxiety, attacks, all that. People are dealing with some real mental problems, the mental things that manifest, like things that manifest in our lives. This far beyond this genetics. People killing themselves every day because of a problem or a couple of problems because they don't know how to handle it. So today, no matter where you are, no matter who you are, no matter where you're going, no, it doesn't matter where you're from. Well, it doesn't matter what skin tone or shape or size you are. It doesn't matter if you have hair, don't have hair. It doesn't matter if you of whatever ailment that you may be dealing with today. I want you to know that you're not alone. It's angels watching you. God got you. You have family and friends that love you, even if you don't think so. It's people right now that love you that you don't know that love you. But what you will need to do today, and this is why I challenge everyone, even myself, especially myself, reach out to people that you know that care about you. Let them know how you really feel. And really use this time to really vent to the people that you know that care about you. Now, if you need to go talk to a therapist or counselor, they have websites you can go to, getbetter.com. They have free counseling, they have free therapists. And so, right. And mental health is something we do need to talk about in a Black community. And we don't. We just say, well, I'm good. No, we're not good. And then a melanated woman myself, I can tell you, I've seen a couple therapists in my entire life, and therapy have helped me so much. I know getbetter.com is definitely one, and it's a couple other ones that's free. You can actually just like I go to free therapy. Everything is virtual these days. So literally you don't have to be there physically. You don't have to be in a physical city state. All you have to do is want the help enough because some things are not just physical, some things are chemical. Some people have to take pills for. You may have something you don't know. That's why, therapists and counselors and life coaches, they're like the no life coach, not life coach. Life coach is like a friend that you're talking to with an education or maybe some background, give you some tools to help you expand your mindset. Life coach is different than the counseling therapist. My bad. I wasn't trying to put those in the same group because it's not the same. But therapists and counselors, they some of them can prescribe medicine. It's certain things they can tell. It's like they're doctors for our mind. And if your emotions and your mental is not right, or if it's not in a place where it needs to be, I don't want to say not right, but if it's not where, if it's not, it is optimal. I'm gonna say that, not right, because nobody's crazy, nobody's insane. We all just have problems, and problems and pain cause us to do stupid stuff. And we do these stupid things, and we do these things. Maybe not stupid, but ignorant things. Maybe we do crazy things in the midst of pain. Have you ever had a toothache? Like a real toothache. And that toothache make you berserk. That's how our brains are. That's how our minds are. So just be mindful. I don't want to take up too much of your time, but I just want to just come on this space, be transparent. I never come on here and just speak about anything. I speak about things that need to be said, heard, and adjusted. Digested. The things that need to be spoken of. Things from my spirit. I never just speak from my. I always get her to talk. I, you know, I want to speak to your soul every time. I want every word I would like to permeate your spirit to a place. Why? Well, you know without a shadow of doubt, God is talking to you. This thing is hitting you like boom, boom, boom. And see, mental health is something we need to talk about amongst Black people, Black men, as well as in other communities. Oh, that's worldwide. Robin Williams, like he still is, and he was my favorite comedian. One of them, outside of, I, you see, I don't know where my mind is today. Jim Carrey, yeah, Jim Carrey. Outside Jim Carrey, Chris Rock, Richard Pryor, Eddie Murphy. So we have people that have actually made careers out of bringing joy to you in different facets, but or different ways. But the thing is, how they deal with their, problems. And remember, if you remember nothing else, remember that God loves you. God is sending angels towards you today. And know that problems are 90% of how we react and only 10% of what the problem actually is. The problem sometimes it really isn't that big once we come down from our emotions. But this is my mental check-in. I hoped, I said I hoped. You gotta excuse my language. I haven't eaten today. Let me eat something. Should eat till I got here. But just know this month have been very hard for me. With dealing with two deaths. Like it being the birthdays of both my moms and my daughter's birthday. And other things going on. So this month is very challenging alone in combination with other things. So it's not easy to be the light in a dark place. But just know that I'm okay. And I'm more than okay. I'm superb today. But yesterday, no, I wasn't myself yesterday. Or the last couple of days for that. Or the couple days for that. So I had to reach out to people that love me. And the reason why, thank you. And the reason why I'm coming on here to speak about these things, because people look at the glam. They look at your name, the name and lights. They see the content you put out. It's people that may follow you. And I know it's people that may follow my pages and things like that. But just know we're not robots, we're human. And that means we're going to make mistakes. We're going to have good and bad days. But don't complain. Just know that the good days will outweigh the bad days. And look how we respond to things. That's in our lives because it can either be good, bad, or nasty or neutral. So I thank God for giving me the strength I need to continue to press. I ask that you pray for me, lift me up, love and light, so that I continue being the best shade I can be. And it's okay that I'm not the best shade all the time. I accept that. Like right now, I'm not the best shade, but I am striving to be neutral. And in me being neutral right now, it's helping me just come on here to talk about it because we don't know what somebody else may or may not be going through. That's why it's so important to pick up a phone call, text, send a video, send a funny video, you know, just be there for people because, see, the thing is, people don't understand the power just reaching out to somebody. And when you have those strong people, like they always strong all the time, check on them, please, because they may be having a breakdown. Life may be happening to them that you don't know about. And if you haven't heard from a certain person or certain people in a while, reach out to them. You'll be surprised at the things that they have been going through and the things they are going through. And it may be just like the things you're going through. And see, joy, joy shared is joy increased. See, when we share our joy, excuse me, sadness, I forgot how it goes. Sadness shared is joy increased, something like that. So when you're sad or you're going through things, it's so important. You know what I'm saying? It's so important to share your sadness with others because you're going to recognize that others may have another area of sadness or grief. And grief shared is joy increased. That's what it is. I'm putting the comment so we can actually be mindful so I can remember myself. So the thing about grief, it can cause us to be in so many places, grief, stress, anxiety. So share your grief with those that love you, and it's joy increased. So we can go and live our best lives. So the thing about it, I'm okay. Sometimes it's hard for me to do a couple things. Let me just take this. Mm, there we go. So share. Don't hold that stuff in. Don't push it down. Just know that it's all right. Now I know today may not be the best day to reach out to me. Just know that. But any other day, reach out to a sister. Maybe today is a good day. I don't know. Because if you do, you may not get all of them right, but still you get a good neutral side of me. But I feel much better. My joy is restored. My mind is at peace. And I know that everything's gonna be all right, despite everything. So just know that. Anyways, thank you for coming on to Shay's Couch Conversation. And thank you for your support and love. And I just want to give you a hug right now, if that's okay. Give you a real nice hug. And I want you to know I love you. Even if I have never met you, I can feel you. I can feel your energy. It feels good. I love you. And if nobody else told you that today, you are enough. You are loved. And you're not alone. Okay. Anyways, until next time on Shay's Couch Conversation, just know that you don't get love on this channel. In truth. In goofiness and bubble. You don't get a lot of things. But today, I definitely need your strength today. I need your strength and you need mine. So let's just strengthen one another. Anyways, if I rant too much, I love y'all until next time. Share this, please, for those who may need to hear it. Love and light.